All right, guys, I'm glad you are here today. I'm glad you're here today to learn about how you can earn 10K to 20K without investing any money whatsoever. And it almost sounds too good to be true, but I'm going to tell you what, this is for real. And we have several people who are already earning, they're happy. I'm going to even show you how to put that money that you earn to use. And I'm going to do all this without you even spending one single penny. You know, there's a lot of things you can join out there where you have to spend money. There's some things that say that you don't have to spend any money, but when you peel back the layers, you actually do. This, I'm going to show you how to get 10 to 20K and how to build your wealth without spending one penny whatsoever right now. So I'm going to get into that. And we're going to get into the qualifications. You do have to qualify for this. So I'll go over those qualifications as well. And you do have to be a member of Infurio. So I want to let you guys know this. This is for Infurio members. Let me kind of give you a backdrop of the story and what Infurio is. And then I'm going to go into the details of how you can earn 10K to 20K without investing any money whatsoever. So Infurio, guys, is my company. It is incorporated in Kansas, and I am the CEO of it. I'm here in Southeast Kansas, for those of you who may not know me. I'm not too far from Joplin, Missouri. We were just talking about that at the beginning of the hour because the tornado sirens were going off for the weekly test outside, and they're right by my office. So I had to wait for the tornado sirens to finish, or this probably wouldn't have been that fun of a Zoom if they kept going throughout the whole thing. But I live in Kansas, and I started a company called Infurio. And I want to give you a little bit of my story. You know, in 2017, God blessed me with a tremendous gift to be able to read the markets, to be able to read the sine wave, the trading sine wave. And the reason is because the sine wave, it behaves the exact same way on a heart wave, a brain wave. It behaves the way that God designed it, the way it's designed in this universe. And he gave me just this incredible gift to be able to read the financial chart. Some of you who have followed me, you've seen I've called some pretty ridiculous trades. I mean, people go, oh my gosh, I cannot believe you called that and set that trade up. And I mean, big trades. And sometimes they take time to develop as well. But I started my company Infurio because I wanted to help people. I wanted to help people build their wealth. And in 2000, and I'll be honest with you, back in 2017, that's where things got tough. And you know, we had the pandemic and everything else, and I had to refine and do what I needed to do to get Infurio. And I'm proud to say we're going over 2 years strong. We're going on 3 years strong now with what we have. It's absolutely amazing because in 2020, I derived a risk management strategy. I created a risk management strategy that was derived from the biblical meaning of numbers. And we've never lost using it. It is an incredible strategy. I truly believe it was a gift from God. And there's a lot of what I call divine intelligence in what we do. And there's a secret in our sauce and a secret to the power of one risk management strategy that we utilize in the market. But it's an incredible strategy at moving money through the market. And we utilize it quite well. So I help people build their retirement. I help people build their wealth in a matter of years instead of decades. You know, the fact of the matter is what happens with most people in life is they work 40 to 50 years of their life. They don't intend to. They think everybody thinks they're going to retire early. I promise you that. Everybody thinks they're going to get their big break. But what happens to most people is they work 40 or 50 years of their life, to have maybe 10, 15 years left to enjoy at the end to enjoy it. And you know what the problem is? They're trying to enjoy it, those 10 to 15 years, with people who are too busy working 40 to 50 years of their own lives. And quite frankly, I think it's almost a travesty. You know, I think God gave us our life to really enjoy and to live and spend with the thing, spend with the people who matter, which is our family. When it all comes down to it, it's our family. We just want more time with our family. So, what I show people is something that they don't teach in schools. The power of one risk management strategy is a force at compounding money and moving it through the market, because we're literally buying and selling stocks over and over and over again with the same amount of money, plus our profits that we accumulate. Plus, we're also adding money as well as we go. So it's just about moving money. But what I tell people is something that they don't really understand. And I use this as an example. I want you to understand, you can start with more or you can start with less. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is that you just start. But if you simply took $1,000, put it into an account, and by the way, in Furio, we do not take any investing money, no investing money whatsoever. I empower you to keep control of your own money. You never want to give up control of your own money. You want to keep control of that money. And I teach you the moves that I'm making in the market. I show you the moves I'm making in the market. And if you want, you can follow along. But if you were to take $1,000, put it into an account, and along the way, you added $200 a month every month, just like you would your 401k or your retirement plan. You added $200 a month, your 401k or your IRA, I should say, $200 a month every month. And along the way, you moved it through the market for a little over 1% a week. Now, I want you to understand, there's weeks and there's months where we do nothing. And there's weeks and months where we do a ton more. But it all averages out. If you were to take and start out with 1,000, add $200 a month every single month, and along the way you move it through the market for an average of a little over 1% a week, how much do you think you would have after 10 years? How much do you think you would have after 10 years? Take a guess. Somebody in the chat. Because you're going to be blown away. What you would have after 10 years is you would have over $5 million. $5 million. If you took a couple of million of that and ran it through the market and moved it through the market, of course, you don't trade big money the same as small, so you drop your risk down. But if you could make 1 to 3% a month on $2 million, you're making 20 to 60K a month, and you've got all you ever want in life for most families. So Infurio is about teaching people how to master both debt and greed and how to find true freedom. There's two things we teach in school, we teach in Infurio that they don't teach in school. One is about money, because when John Rockefeller set up the General Board of Education, this is a fact, you can actually go look it up. He specifically said, I want a nation of workers, not a nation of thinkers. They do not teach about money in school on purpose because they want you enslaved to the system for 30 to 50 years of your life. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. They don't teach about money in school. And the other thing they don't teach about is self-discipline. They don't teach about self-discipline in school either. That's taught in the Bible, of course. So Infurio is about much more than just moving money through the market, because while I teach about the market and I tell a story through the market as we go along, I also teach about the power of one in life. the power of one in life through numbers, through the market, through the sine wave. And so I really get to really teach people about life and how it works in conjunction with the sine wave, and I get to fulfill my purpose. I get to teach people about the power of one in life along the way, and how powerful it is when you have that in your life, because it acts much the same way that it does in the sine wave. And I get to teach all this through Infurio. So I have a lot of fun. We have a great group. Anybody who's been in Infurio, and by the way, I give you a free 3-month membership. So you got to be members of Infurio to get the 10 to 20K. I give you a free month membership. You don't spend any money. You can go apply for the 10 to 20K. I'm going to tell you about that here in a second. You don't spend any money. My hope is that when I help you make 10 to 20K, you'll use some of that money, because you'll see what we're doing in Infurio, and you'll want to start building your wealth and move it through the market. And I'm pretty confident that you will. I'll tell you this. Man, we've done some incredible trades over the past week. I gave out some options trades to my group last week. I decided I was going to give options trades since the market was moving a little slower. We're kind of waiting on things. They're going sideways, and we've got our positioning, and we're ready to take down a good profit. But I saw some opportunity to do some options positions. We won on every one of our options positions last week. We won 100% on one. We won 100% on another one. And we won 333% on another position. These are the kind of numbers, and we did that in hours. The first one last week, we took at the beginning of the week. The next day, we made 100%. Then we took the next one in the afternoon. We sold it the next morning. We made 333%. And then I bought one at the end of the week, and I turned it again, and I turned another options position for a 50% profit yesterday. But we usually just keep it to stocks. It's, straight equities. The options are when I teach options, I tell people just to take a little tiny piece of their money if they want to trade options. You don't trade your whole balance through there. But what we teach is we teach risk management, and we teach our power of one risk management strategy. My son and I, for those of you guys who don't know, I'll show you real quick. My son and I, we do our YouTube channel. I teach him, he's 9 years old, and I get to teach him about money. I'll show it to you. I get to teach my 9-year-old son about money. I get to teach him about entrepreneurism. And at the same time I teach him, I teach both kids and adults. And I break it down so simple to where a child can understand. We have our YouTube channel, and if you go to our channel, you'll notice this is kind of our ministry. We usually teach a little life lesson in with our episodes as well. But you can see our episodes here. Let's see, we've done quite a few episodes. 36 episodes we've done in the market. Anybody following along with this would be up substantially on their money. Unfortunately, not a lot of the world knows about us yet, so we don't get a lot of views on our videos. But I'll tell you this video that has 7 views that we shot just this past weekend, we closed out a trade this week for 113% profit. 113% profit if they would have just watched the episode. So, I have my company Infurio that's done on a Discord channel, and then I have my YouTube channel where I do my free episodes for the public and whatnot. But I get a real joy out of helping people succeed. And I'll tell you what, I have a lot of fun because I get to offer people money, and I get to do it in such a way where it doesn't cost them one single penny. So what I'm going to go over is I'm going to go over the qualifications. I want to get on to the 10 to 20K thing now. I will play for you some testimonials here in just a second. from I'll play some testimonials about Infurio and about also this 10 to 20K deal. But I want to go over the qualifications if you're out there watching. And by the way, once I go over the qualifications and I go through the details, I'm going to end the live stream on Facebook. So you got to be on this Zoom. You got to be on this Zoom. And what I'll do right now, I just got to thinking, well, if you're out there watching, how do you get on this Zoom? Well, you know what? I better take on my video and go post my Zoom link in the comments. You guys hear all those dings coming in. I stay hopping. I stay hopping. It has been extremely, extremely, extremely busy. So let me go over here in the comments and I'm going to post a link to my Zoom where you can hop on in the comments, okay, of my video. So I want to go through the qualifications with you guys. The first qualification is that you have to be you have to be 21 to 70 years old, preferably 65, 21 to 65, but we can go up to 70. 21 to 70 years old, living in the USA, excluding Hawaii. Hawaii is the only state that we don't work with, okay? The second qualification is that you have to have a 650 credit score or above, okay? 650 is good, but it's not great by any means. A lot of people have a 650 credit score, okay? The next qualification that you have to meet is you have to have your previous 2-year tax returns where you've made $20,000 or more a year, okay? Past 2-year tax returns where you've made $20,000 or more a year, which is pretty simple. Most people make more than $20,000 a year. The next qualification, you've got to have your past 3-month bank statements not in the negative with ending balances of around 500 or more. Okay. And then the other ones are pretty straightforward. No bankruptcy in the past 5 years, no current tax liens, no criminal record, and you do not own a business that has a merchant account that accepts credit cards, such as a retail store or a restaurant. If you own a little business and you use a third-party application like Stripe or Square, that's fine. But if you own like a walk-in business where you're taking credit card terminals, that's what they're talking about. So those are the qualifications. If you meet those qualifications, there is no doubt in my mind that you can apply for what we have and you will be approved. You will get 10 to 20K. You know, it's $1,000 a month for at least 10 months. But it could go longer. It could go 24 months. The average person gets 15,000. So I'm going to go into the details of how you're able to earn this 10 to 20K. And before I do that, I'm going to play a couple of testimonials, and then I'm going to go into the details. So let me go ahead and let me share my screen. I don't know if I was sharing the right screen earlier, but this is our YouTube channel where we do our episodes. I think I might have been sharing the wrong screen. Make sure. Share. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to this video. And at the end, we've got just a couple of testimonials that I want you guys to see. Right here. Got some really good testimonials. We did this here a few weeks ago. I can.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. I just wanted to share real quick because, you know.
Maria, can you hear the sound in the video?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure.
I'm fairly skeptical when it comes to a lot of things particularly in Forex, crypto, stock trading, all of that. And I actually had a pretty rough year last year. And so I really, as Dwayne will tell you, my trust level was extremely low. He had to really pull hard on me to get me to actually take a look at this. But once I understood what it was that he was doing, I decided to, jump in, test the waters with this 3-month free membership. And actually, the first month I didn't do anything. I just kind of watched, and I was like, oh, this is probably something complicated. And I will say this: it's not complicated at all. It takes just a few minutes a day, really, to manage it. He has a Discord group, and he explains what he's buying, he explains what he's selling. And the cool thing is because it's stocks, it's regulated. We're using a SoFi investment app to buy and sell this stuff, so you don't have to worry about. I've had this experiences too, where you have brokers, you have crypto's kind of the wild west. Sometimes you have money one minute, the next minute you have nothing, and you can't access it. And you're not going to see that kind of stuff with a program like this. So basically, it was good enough for me that after the first 3 months, I decided to become a quarterly member. So I'm not going to really talk about results because I don't know what the rules are on all of that, but I will say that it's substantial enough that it got my attention, and I'm going to continue to use it. And I'm also really excited about the way that we're or the community that we're building, and this concept of creating and looking for opportunities to help people save money. That's a big, to save that money and then invest it in the market, as Dwayne was saying. And that's a big thing for me right now. I really want to help people. I actually just was laid off of my job of 15 years. You work for a company for 15 years and you get a 3-minute WebEx telling you, you're no longer needed. And I feel like God actually did that. I feel like he knows I'm a stubborn person. And he's like, if you're not going to quit, I'm just going to, take it away from you because you don't need it. You need to do the things that I need you to do to help others and to have that success. I'm not a flashy guy. Anybody that I've invited to this knows I'm not a flashy guy. I don't care about, big houses, cars, all that kind of stuff. But I do care about experiences, and I really care about seeing people win. And I want to be able to share something with somebody that I could feel comfortable sharing with my mom, my dad, my church community, that kind of thing. And that's the stuff that I look for. But anyway, I talked longer than I probably should have, but that's my thoughts on Infurio. It's simple to get set up. All you do is get your SoFi app. You ask for whoever invited you to give you the Discord link, and then Dwayne sets you up. I know he's in the process of making it more automated, which is
Heather Russo, and I am here to give you my testimonial of these 2 amazing projects that you're here to listen to today. I have been with Infurio since before Christmas time. It's been amazing. I've really loved it and enjoyed it and having a lot of fun, learning so much along the way and enjoying the returns that I've gained from that knowledge and following an expert like Dwayne. And then you're also going to meet Jerry with an IBO opportunity. This is an opportunity that I've worked with my clients for over a year and a half on. They love it. It's one of the most favorite things that they do. They honestly can't believe that it's real once they start doing it and the $1,000 payments come rolling in. It's just been amazing. I've had over 50 clients go through this program, and all of them have thoroughly enjoyed it and reaped all the benefits. It is real, it's amazing, and I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you take this opportunity. I really loved introducing it to Dwayne because I thought it was such a great way for people to have more funds to put into Infurio and really boost what the potential is there. And this will do that for you. So take advantage of it. Thank you. Bye.
All right. So I thought that those were a couple of great testimonials, and I wanted to share those with you. Um, I respect those individuals greatly, and I'm very honored to be able to share this with you. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and stop the Facebook live stream. If you want to hear the details, guys, you got to be on this Zoom. So get on this Zoom. There's a link in the description of this video. All right, cool. We're off the live stream. Okay. All right. So here's what this is, guys. I'm going to tell you what this is in a nutshell, and then I'm going to play a little video that Jerry did, explaining the details thoroughly. But I'm going to basically cover what he does in a matter of a couple of minutes. So, if you guys have you guys ever scrolled through Facebook or any social media site, TikTok, anything, and you saw an ad for something like a keto diet or a teeth whitening kit or hoodies or shoes or all these different products? Have you guys ever seen that? Answer me in the chat. Anybody? You all asleep on me out there? I got a thumbs up. All right. Maybe you guys can't chat. Yeah, it shows that you can chat. Okay. So, um, so those advertisers of those products, they do a tremendous amount of volume, especially for the trial products. Like, try this teeth whitening kit. If it doesn't get your teeth 3 shades whiter in the next 30 days, return it. Those type of offers. Okay. They do a tremendous amount of volume, more than they can handle, because their merchant accounts cap them at a certain point. So what this company in Florida does, and by the way, they've got a great reputation. They've been around for a long time. Um, and it's very hard to be able to work with them. You have to be a trusted source. You have to come to them recommended and have a company, an organization, and they have to come to you recommended as well. And so I'm able to offer this to Infurio members. But basically, they take and they process a tremendous amount of volume, more than they can handle. So what this company does in Florida is they facilitate JV partnerships, joint venture partnerships with ordinary people who meet those qualifications and the advertisers of these products. And they do it within a corporate structure so that there is no risk to the individual. Okay. The advertiser indemnifies the individual from any product liability or chargeback liability within the corporation. The way they do it is absolutely brilliant. And basically, you solve a problem for these advertisers to be able to process more volume. And they may have 10, 20 different JV partners that they have, maybe more, depending on the volume that they process. And basically what they do, they have no problem paying you $1,000 a month for at least 10 months. It's however long the campaign goes for. The average the average person earns $15,000. So they have no problem paying that to you. There is no time commitment. Once you get it set up, there's a little time commitment to apply for it. But once you get it set up, there's no time commitment to it. You go about doing your day, whatever you do in life. It's not like you're going to have to do a lot of work. What more can I say? It's absolutely a brilliant concept. And by the way, if you know other people who qualify, Infurio even pays you $500 when you refer them. So it's an incredible opportunity for Infurio members, and it doesn't cost you a penny. Now, the only objection that I get sometimes, and once people understand it's not an objection, when you apply, you have to upload your very sensitive personal information, like your tax returns, your bank statements, your ID, your social security card, your credit score, those things. And the reason why is because they are under tremendous scrutiny because they do everything, they're legally compliant and they do everything above board. So they're under a tremendous amount of KYC. So you have to do your KYC with them. And not only that, not only do you do your KYC, they're going to help you set up a corporation. So once you apply and you upload your documents, once you have your documents together, it's easy to apply. You can do it really quickly. Within 24 to 48 hours later, they reach out to you and you'll get an email and you'll have somebody's cell phone that you can call up and talk to and they'll answer all the questions. Guys, they are wonderful. They're great at what they do. Everybody that goes through them says, my gosh, these guys are great because I can call them if I ever have a question, if I ever need something, you know, they're right there. They're Johnny on the spot. They're a great company. And so they're going to help you set up a corporation in your state. They're going to set up a Zoom. And it doesn't take long. It only takes a few minutes to do, but they're going to help you set up a corporation. And then it takes about a week to get that corporation back. Once you have that corporation, then you go open up a bank account for the corporation at like a Chase or a Wells Fargo. They have a list of banks that they deal with. And once you open up that bank account, you'll sign off on the merchant for the merchant accounts on the corporation. The advertiser will indemnify you from product liability and chargeback liability within the corporation. And they give you your first $1,000 once you open up the corporation bank account. Then the advertiser will build out the campaign, which will take about 45 to 60 days. And once that's built out, you start getting $1,000 a month every month for as long as the campaign goes. And then there's a wind down period where they'll pay you a little bit more. And Jerry goes into that, but the average person earns $15,000. And it's, you know, it's pretty clear. It's easy to do. What if we already have a corporation? No, they're going to give you a corporation, a name. It'll be a new corporation because you're going to be a JV partner with basically the advertiser in this corporation. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a video where Jarek is my son. I get tongue tied. My son's name's Jerry. Where Jerry, see, it's close. Got all these just in my life. Where Jerry will cover all the details. And he does it in a matter of minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and play that for you. If you have questions along the way, you can raise your hand or you can ask them in the chat. And I'm going to be right here. And then I'll do a Q&A afterwards as well. So let me go ahead and share this. And I've got it here. All right, so let me go ahead and turn this. Can you hear it? Does that have sound, Maria?
Yes.
Okay. Over to Jerry.
All right. Hey, first of all, thanks for that, Dwayne. I really look forward to collaborating this. I think it's an awesome opportunity to take this money that you could earn with our program and reinvest it into yourself and to do your program, because then you can take some of these gains and make it a long-term and life-term like momentum. And momentum's key in anything we do in life. And also, thank you, all of you that are taking time. I know everyone's time's so valuable. And so I appreciate you being here. You know, my program, it takes 3 to 5 hours to get everything set up and less than 30 minutes a month. You're not writing blogs. This isn't an MLM. You're not, you know, shipping packages, calling customers. All the logistics are going to be handled by a third party. And you earn a guaranteed $10,000, as Dwayne said. On average, most people make about $15,000 with this program. Now, usually when I say that, most people are like, Jerry, that sounds too good to be true. And so I want to go into, there's the saying that if you help solve other people's problems or issues, then you can make money doing that. And that's what this program's about. It's not about doing something for nothing, but it's about helping large advertising companies. And let me explain, we represent many online trial advertising companies. Now that's a mouthful, so let me unpack that for a minute. These are large companies that only advertise online. They do not have a retail store, and they typically do things through a trial offer. I'm sure most of you've seen something like try this keto weight loss out for 30 days. If you don't lose weight, just return it, pay shipping and handling. Or try this teeth whitening kit out. If your teeth aren't 3 shades whiter, just return it, pay shipping and handling. I'm sure you're all familiar with those kind of offers. Those are the kind of companies we represent. These are good companies and they have good products and good services, but they have a problem. And this is where you would come in. And the problem is because it is an online transaction, meaning a credit card transaction that's paid online. It's not a retail store and it's done through a trial offer. These companies are being capped or limited in their merchant processing. When I talk about merchant processing, what that just means is a business's ability to accept credit cards. So if you're a company, a small business, and you're a business owner and you need to sell things online, you have to go and apply for a merchant's account through a bank. So there are qualifications. And by the way, there are qualifications in this program. So a traditional transaction would look something like you go to Target, you buy a pair of sunglasses, you go to the counter, you stick your credit card in the machine, you would get your glasses, you would get a receipt, they can ID the credit card, you would walk out all sales final. Now, companies like that are typically never limited in their growth or how much they could do. But I'm going to give you an example of one of our companies. You would see an ad maybe on Facebook or Instagram on how to make your teeth whiter with our teeth whitening kit. And you would go to their website and you would type in your credit card information. And then the product would be shipped to your house. And then you'd have a period of time to decide if you even wanted to continue to use that product. So you can see those are two different types of transactions. So the Visa and MasterCard companies will come to these groups and say, hey, last year in 2023, you process $50 million. In 2024, we're going to allow you to process $52 million. So they're not saying we don't want to work with you, but what they are saying is, hey, we're going to limit you in your growth. Well, what if these companies could do 60 million or 65 million? So what we do as a company is we gather people like yourselves that are interested in launching their own business and doing a joint venture with these advertising companies where you will do a few things that are specific to the operations and they will do all the day-to-day operations, and it's a collaboration. And for that service that you are providing, you're going to earn an additional $1,000 a month. Now, what's great about this is there's no cost to join. There's no hidden fees, there's no upsells, zero costs. Okay. So that's what the program's about. And I want you to know you're not doing something for nothing, but you're providing 3 valuable services. You're helping these advertising companies grow and expand their business. Number 2, you're providing an additional marketing outlet. And number 3, because this joint venture, they will do more volume. A lot of these, they buy products. If they can buy products and
Professional traders need 3 things: knowledge, tools, and capital. Now, you might already have.
it drives down the product costs and reduces their costs. So you're helping them grow and reducing the costs. Great service that you provide, and for that you're being compensated. Now, I'm going to get into work. Hey, that's great, Jerry. How does it work? Am I protected? How the taxes work? I'm going to cover a lot of those things logistically, but I do want to go over the qualifications real quick. So in the program, because you are working with getting a merchant account through a federally insured bank, are qualifications, just like you wouldn't walk into the bank today and say, hey, I need a $500,000 for a home loan, and they write you a check and you walk out. So a lot of the information we ask from you is for the banking information. I want you to know too, loading bank documents if you decide to do this program. Everything's secure on our secured website. And we also have a cyber insurance policy because the people are concerned these days about their identity, and I understand that. So we have to be what they call PCI compliant because we send information, documents back and forth, personal information. So you are protected 100% in that. Qualifications, number one, ages 21 to 65. If you're 65 to 70, you could reach out to me directly and we can have a conversation. Number two, it would be a 650 or better credit score. Okay, so 650 or better credit score, along with you must have your two.
I'm going to skip through this part because I covered this already.
It's a two-step process, and
Jared,
you'll have. Oh, yes, sir.
it won't be on my website. It'll be on our Discord channel.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
We're getting our website redone. You can get
Okay,
you'll get an invite to Infurio either from myself or one of the other members of Infurio. You'll get an invite to join Infurio. It's free. It's free for 3 months.
okay. So
So
it'll be on the Discord.
yeah, so it'll be on our Discord.
Okay,
So anyways, go ahead.
thank you.
I didn't mean to.
No, I appreciate you because it's very important for them to be able to go to the right area. You're going to get our company's website, which is iboreferralnetwork.com. And it's a two-step process where you'll go on and you'll register, you'll create you'll give your email and you create a password. It'll send you an email back and you'll log on. It's going to ask you if you're a referring company, IBL referral, or if you're a advertising company, you'll click IBL referral. And then you must have the code that Dwayne is going to supply for you. Okay. Without this code, it will not let you proceed. So once you type in the code, it will bring you to a couple questions. It'll bring you to a couple questions about, hey, listen, for the applications, about 10 or 12 questions. And then it's going to ask you to upload 6 documents. And this is very important because our website doesn't have a thing where if you go to step 2 or 3, it doesn't save it. So it would be important, and the website will tell you this, to have these documents ready. Okay. Number 1, it would be a photo of your driver's license, front and back, or state issued ID. Number 2, a utility bill that would match the address. Could be a cell phone bill, a water bill, any type of bill. If you're leasing a place, an apartment, it could be a lease. So there's many options on that. So once again, if you have questions, you'll have the access to text me directly. Number 3, 3 months of your most recent bank statements. Number 4, the most recent 2 years of your tax returns. We just need the 1040 portions. Number 5, a photo or a screenshot of your credit score. It doesn't have to be downloaded. It just needs to be within the last 30 days. And number 5, a photo of your social security card. Now, once you've entered in all that information and uploaded it to the system, it'll say congratulations. And typically within 3 to 5 business days, one of our team members is going to reach out to you. And it's going to be, we'll give you the specific email address to be looking for from our team. They're going to arrange a Zoom call with you where you will set up a C corporation. Now we'll walk you through and it'll be done in your state. Now this is important to know because different states vary slightly in the cost. Some states are $50 and some states are, California is about $700. So you're going to go on there, you're going to register for the C corporation. At the end of it, you will pay for that fee. Most states on average is $150. We will reimburse you within 5 business days up to $250. Okay. So once you've registered your state, then you're going to receive 8 agreements for your joint venture. Because listen, as Dwayne teaches in his trading program, you don't want it you're going to try to limit your risk, right? So in this program, there is a joint venture that you are indemnified. You have no liability when it comes to the products or service. You are protected. And you'll sign those agreements to make sure that you are protected in that joint venture. The advertiser is going to do all the day-to-day operations. They're going to build the website. They're going to drive the traffic to the website. You will be setting up the business in that joint venture. So it's a great collaboration, but I want you to know you're 100% protected in this program, okay, through the contract. After you sign the contracts, then you'll get your documents back from the state, and you'll be asked to do the most difficult part, but it's also where you start getting your reward. At that point, you're going to set an appointment with our team, go through the banking information, and you're going to go set up a new business bank account for your C corporation. Now, we prefer Chase, but we also use other major banks, Wells Fargo and Bank of America, several others as well. So get with the team, they'll tell you the option, but if you have a Chase in your area, we'd prefer that. Now, once you go set up your business bank account, you're going to send the documents back to our team, and within 2 to 3 business days, you will get your first $1,000 bonus. So this is where the whole program starts. That's also the time period within 45 to 60 days when you will get your first distribution, a monthly distribution of $1,000, and each month for a guaranteed 9 months minimum. So you have 9 months of guaranteed distributions plus your $1,000 bonus equals $10,000 minimum. Now, a lot of these programs go a year to 2 years. And obviously, as you continue on in the program, if your program went 18 months, you would get 18,000 plus your $1,000 bonus would be 19,000. The other cool thing is when the program comes to what we call wind down and you've been doing processing, they will pay you an additional up to $500 for the next 6 months just to keep your bank account open. So that's an additional $3,000 on top of the additional money you made. So that's also awesome. Now, after you've set up your business account, that's where the first actual bonus comes in. Then within 60 days, you'll start getting your monthly distribution as well. Now, I went over a little bit about how you're protected. A lot of people want to know, hey, Jerry, how did the taxes work? Which is a great question. So in this program, most of you that are starting out, like if you're interested in this, you're going to start out. We have a limited amount of codes per week. So it's something that if you're interested, please let us know and get through the process as promptly as possible. It's obviously in your best interest to get started. But you would earn your earnings, let's say in 2024, let's just say that you did the minimum of $10,000. What would happen? At the first part of March, you'll receive a 1099 for your $10,000 earnings from the IBO referral network. Now, here's what's cool as well. We will actually file the C corporation tax filing that's required. It's going to show all the money generated and created from your website sales with your joint venture with the advertising company. And then it's going to show all the expenses paid out to advertising, product fulfillment, management, customer service, merchant fees, banking fees. And so it's going to zero out. So just to be clear, you will receive a 1099 for the earnings that you received for that year. And the tax filing will be done for the corporation through our company. So that's pretty simple, actually, how the taxes work. Now, there's one thing that I would consider a downside to this business. And I just want to be really direct about that. Part of the program, as I mentioned, merchant accounts previously, is you will be applying typically for 2 to 3 merchant accounts. They'll be sent to you via DocuSign. Most of you use the DocuSign these days. You'll fill out the application to the bank for that website to be able to have the ability to accept credit cards that the advertiser is going to create and drive traffic and provide the service and the products to. So when you make that application through the bank, they will pull a hard inquiry. So typically there's 2 to 3 hard inquiries, which will affect your credit score minimally. Most of you know this isn't a permanent thing, but it'll affect you about 8 to 10 points. Okay, so just to let you know, it's not going to be permanent, but we do want you to be aware of that. A few other things. For the first 6 months of the program, you will be asked to send updated bank statements and utility bills as the applications are being submitted. So pretty much that is the bulk of it. Now, there's a couple questions that I always get. Hey, Jerry, can both my wife and I do it? Or if there's 2 people in a household or something, it is 1 per household. That is one of the rules. Now, some of you might not qualify for the program, and you're like, wow, this is an awesome opportunity. I'd love to be able to refer that. Dwayne will have a referral program where if you want to recommend this to somebody, there will be a payout to you, and he can go over that with you specifically, or we can go over that to you individually. This is not something that's required. Once again, we're not a network marketing company. But if you're like, hey, if I can help somebody and it helps you and it helps us, then everybody wins. So we'll be laying out that referral program, but just know if you have somebody that meets the qualifications and you would like that person to join, we'll have the opportunity to do that.
I can say briefly. All right, I'm going to stop it there. Jerry covered pretty much the whole shebang. I mean, went through the details with you guys. That's one thing that I'm very thankful of in Infurio is when you get involved with Infurio, you just get the truth, you know, you just get the the truth. I give just like we tell you what you need specifically, I tell in the market, I tell you which direction it's going to go. You know, a lot of times in a market, I see where it can go. I know precisely where it's going to go if it goes up and precisely where it's going to go if it goes down. I just don't know which way it's going to go first. But if I know how to manage my risk, I can win in the end. And that's the beauty of what we do with Infurio, because you can take some of that money and maybe turn it through the market to build your long-term wealth. No, you did not lose him. I stopped it there. He covered pretty much everything. We do have our referral program, which is what I come back on and tell you about. Whenever you invite somebody to Infurio, if they take and they apply for the 10K to 20K, they're approved and they move forward, you get a $500 referral reward for referring them, which is pretty awesome. Also, when they convert to a paid membership with Infurio, which oftentimes many people do, a lot of people do, when they convert to a paid membership with Infurio, you'll also earn there as well. So it's a beautiful combination. And I realized, hey, what can make my membership more valuable in Infurio for Infurio members is to give them more money to be able to utilize in the markets. You don't have to use it in the markets. You can use it however you want, but I think you'll be pretty impressed with what we do. Okay, let's go ahead and take some questions. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.